Port of London Gateway says it expects to do with around 30% of its container traffic by rail. DB Schenker is operating the rail terminals and took the first trains out of the port. We met Schenker's head of business analysis, Steve Pryce. You're the first guys to come out, wave a big flag and say we're running train services from London Gateway. Tell us about the process that got you here.
Absolutely, you're right. We ran our first train services last week, a bit earlier than planned because of the arrival of the Zim Rotterdam ship. And we've been running train services since then on a daily basis. We've actually been working with DP World London Gateway for the last 5 years now in preparation for this moment. So when we first came down here, they were just clearing the ground, and we've been down here regularly since then to see the progression of operations. And part of that is obviously how the rail operations are going to work. So we work in terms of planning the rail access, how the rail terminal is going to work, what the train services might look like, obviously talking to all possible customers about that. And of course on the IT side, so one of the things we'll be doing with London Gateway is introducing a new IT system that will apply throughout our intermodal network and allow us to deal much more easily with our customers. So we will have much more capable electronic interfaces with our customers, but also with the port.
So from the customer point of view, actually moving their cargo from the ship to the final destination is going to be pretty straightforward.
Exactly, so it becomes much more transparent. So the container is tracked within the system all the way through, so it's handed over from the gateway system to our system, and we manage it on the train, in the terminal, on the road to the final destination when it's picked up by the customer.
Because over the past few years it's certainly been true to say that one of the things that's been a bugbear of the industry is people having to phone up and say, where's my box?
Yeah, and we hopefully eliminate that need, so the customer can see on the system where their box is at any time, and we can also predict accurately when it's going to arrive. So it makes us much easier to deal with, and I think rail freight companies haven't been very good at that in the past, and this is one of the things we're really wanting to address. We certainly operate from the three major container ports, so Felixstowe, obviously the largest, Southampton, and now London Gateway.
Will you be operating in the future, do you think, from the other terminals that are currently in build, like Bristol, like for instance Liverpool, where they're looking at building two-berth terminals?
Yeah, I think there are certainly some exciting developments in the UK market, and we would look at operating from there, and basically we will run trains from wherever there is demand. Right. So we're open to these opportunities. One of the exciting things, of course, is the other investment in Felixstowe, so in their new rail terminal. That makes it easier for us to operate longer trains. So our trains at the moment out of Felixstowe are absolutely full, so to Wakefield in the Midlands, and allowing us to add a few wagons onto those trains makes our services even more competitive.
In terms of competition, we're looking at big ports now working quite hard to win customers.
Yes.
How do you see this affecting you? Because one of the things that interests me is that we're getting big ports in different parts of the country. Does that mean shipping services are going to split up on the basis of where their boxes are going in the destination countries more? Or?
It's hard to say exactly how it's going to pan out at the moment, but I think what you see in the industry right now is quite an interesting period of change. So obviously you have this new capacity coming on stream. Felixstowe, Southampton's been investing, London Gateway is obviously a big investment. So there's a lot of competition between ports, and that's got to be good for the customer and for the end consumer. At the same time, there's investment on the part of rail freight companies. So like I said, we're investing in IT, we're competing heavily with Freightliner and other operators, and again, it's good for the industry and it's good for the final customer. So I think on the whole, you also see this development in terms of shipping lines, so the development of the P3, and there will be some consequences of that for other shipping lines, and it's quite an exciting period for the industry as a whole, I think.